The next picture shows the station as it existed when I was a kid, and maybe when you were a kid, Dave? Oh yeah.
No, it had just been torn down. I remember Wad bringing me out here real young, saying that's where the station used to be.
What year do you think that was? We're trying to remember.
Well, but as far back as I can remember, it's about 53 or something. I was born in 51. He showed me that more than once. You know, it was kind of affected him, I'm sure.
Now, up the track a little further, you can see the water tower, and then this train, this westbound train here, engine is in the way, so you can't see this tower. This tower is a little further up the tracks, but this is the tower that controlled the switches that actually physically moved the tracks so that a train could be switched from one track to another. And the guy up there in the tower, he stood up here so he could see. He also was the one that lowered the signal to stop a train or to raise it to let the train go through. And the mechanisms that he used to do that were really quite interesting. We all used to go up there because we used to have to put mail on trains, and we'd he'd show us how to do it. And the big levers go about 5 feet up, and you'd grab it, squeeze something here, and then pull it real hard and get it over about here, and the thing would change. You know, it's quite a
mechanically operated. It was pipes
right.
along the ground.
That's right. Nothing electrical, electronic about it.
Of iron pipe.
That's right. Now, you know, this is a sort of a sad and historic spot here too, because this is where Carl was hit by a train and killed on February 8th, 1945.
45.
I say it's 45.
45 was the day, the year the war ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Dave can tell you that there were 3 tracks here in Hinsdale. The track that's missing is the one that's about where these weeds are on this side, and it was for westbound traffic. And that train you see in front of this station here is on that track going west. Dad had a contract to bring the post office, the mail, from the post office to the trains, and from the trains to the post office. It's a contract like the guy that delivers your mail today. He wasn't employed by the post office, but he got paid for doing it. We met a train at 9 or something in the morning and 9:30. One eastbound, one westbound, 2 trains at that hour. And then I think there was a train sometime around noon, but the next train was like an express train that came to Hinsdale, if it's on time, around 5 or 5:30.
Now, we had one in the morning, 6:30 in the morning.
I thought there was an early one.
Okay, 6:30. Well, fortunately, I never had to care for that one.
Sam and I did that one.
Was there a mail crane, they called it, where they picked the bag up
No,
on the
no,
fly?
no.
They didn't do that here?
No, because they had to stop for some passengers at the station. One of those passengers was an employee of the railroad, Bill Dowling, who worked in Westfield or someplace like that. So he took this express down to work.
We've got his retirement pin at the station.
You have his retirement, okay. Well, Dowling was at the station ready to get on the train at 5:30. It might have been a little late that day, but in any case, it was a terrible blizzard. It was
so thick we could hardly get the truck back here, John Doherty.
You were working at that time?
I was working. I was out with John in the truck. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
You can probably tell this story better than I can. I wasn't anywhere near here. Out in Rapid City, South Dakota, but in any case, he had to go up there because the mail cars were always near the front of the train, not necessarily the first. There were baggage cars, then the mail car, and then the passenger cars came down, and they had to stop the train where the passengers could get on and off the train. and they had to cross the westbound track to get on the train. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know that anybody really knows, except that the tower guy had to guess whether this westbound freight could get by before the eastbound express came to Hinsdale. And I guess he judged that it could.
You guessed wrong, right?
But he guessed wrong. It was coming west as this train stopped. With the blizzard conditions and the noise of the train, you couldn't know it, and Dad got hit by that westbound
Wasn't that train supposed to stop?
The westbound wasn't because the timing was off this year.
Well, he could have stopped them. The tower guy has the ability to do it. but
Wasn't he supposed to stop?
Maybe he
On the
did, but the guy
Boston
didn't.
Main, yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
I think so. There's,
B&A.
Yeah, obviously.
This is B&A.
Oh, if he was heading downhill,
there were a lot of
he
questions
didn't have to
on
stop
that.
at the station. He might not have had
Well,
to
but
stop.
with
He
the
was supposed to
station, with
stop.
the other train in the station, he should have been stopped out there. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
he should have been stopped. Don't you agree?
What I
I
said.
don't think so. Like even today in Springfield
1979.
Station, freights go right through because while there's people, you're supposed to use the tunnels under the.
Well,
The
yeah,
tracks
but we
and
didn't have any.
stuff,
But with the
No, but
passenger,
I don't.
with the passenger
know.
train, that's amazing you did not, or they
Well,
should
we
not
won't.
have been
Well, let's
mixed.
don't get into an argument about that.
They should not have been
Seems
mixed.
to me that
I heard it was late.
the 3 or 4 people that were going to get on this train from the station could also have gotten hit.
Yeah, I
It
was
would
going to
have
say
been a
there were several
disaster.
people, including Darling, who managed to make it across the track, and Carl was not.
Jumped out of the way.
He jumped out of the way.
You thought you
And
heard
the
it maybe
Darlings
late?
are still in town in Hinsdale. We know.
Yeah.
We've seen them.
All right. It's terrible, terrible.
I heard that there was another guy that got hit and had just got his arm broken or something.
Oh, I never heard that.
Thought I saw that in one of the old clippings. Or something.
Oh yeah, wow.
We're going to
I
take.
wondered how many managed to make it to